Once upon a time, in a far-off, shining kingdom known as Lunaria, there lived a very special princess named Elara. She was a little princess with a big heart and even bigger dreams. Every morning, without fail, she would greet her reflection in the mirror, carefully adjusting her tiny crown. With a bright smile, she would declare, "Today, I will shine even brighter than yesterday." And with that promise to herself, she would begin her day, ready for whatever adventures awaited her. One bright and sunny morning, Princess Elara was exploring the royal garden, a place filled with the most beautiful flowers in the entire kingdom. As she wandered past a bush of fragrant roses, she noticed a soft, faint glow coming from behind the petals. Her curiosity sparked. She tiptoed closer and gently peeked through the leaves. There, sitting sadly on a single rose petal, was a tiny, beautiful fairy. Her name was Lyra, the fairy of dreams. But something was wrong. Her normally sparkling wings had lost their magical shimmer. They were dull and lifeless. Elara's heart went out to the little fairy. In a soft, gentle voice, she asked, "Why are you hiding here all by yourself?" Lyra looked up, her tiny face filled with sadness. She whispered, her voice barely audible, "Because I don't feel beautiful anymore. My magic, it doesn't shine like it used to." She looked down at her faded wings, and a single tear rolled down her cheek, looking like a tiny dewdrop on the rose petal. Princess Elara listened, and then a confident smile spread across her face. "Not beautiful?" she exclaimed with gentle surprise. "But your wings look like they're woven from pieces of the moon itself." "They are absolutely lovely." Lyra looked up, surprised by the princess's conviction. Elara continued, her voice full of warmth, "Maybe your glow isn't gone at all. Maybe you just stopped believing in it." Lyra blinked. "You really think so?" she asked, a glimmer of hope in her eyes. Elara nodded proudly. "I know so. Confidence is a kind of magic too, you know. Come with me, I'll show you." She reached out her small hand and Lyra, feeling a little braver, took it. Together, they walked through the glowing garden hand in hand. Their journey led them to the castle village, where a group of children were trying to build a tall tower out of flowers. But the flowers kept wilting and tumbling down, and the children were getting frustrated. The fairy Lyra hesitated, pulling back slightly. "I can't help them," she said softly, her voice trembling with doubt. "What if my magic fails again? What if I disappoint them?" Princess Elara squeezed Lyra's hand gently and looked into her eyes with unwavering belief. "It won't fail," she said with absolute certainty. "I believe in you." Taking a deep breath, Lyra closed her eyes and focused. She gathered all the courage she could find, remembered Elara's words, and waved her tiny wand. A brilliant golden light enveloped the flowers. They straightened up, their colors became more vibrant, and they gracefully stacked one on top of the other, rising higher and higher until they formed a magnificent, strong tower that reached towards the sky. The children gasped in amazement and then erupted into joyful cheers. In that moment of shared happiness, Lyra's wings began to shimmer and glow, brighter than they ever had before. A radiant light pulsed from them, filling the air with sparkles. She laughed, a sound as clear and beautiful as tiny bells, and turned to Elara. "It wasn't my magic that was gone," she whispered, her eyes wide with realization. "It was my confidence." Elara grinned from ear to ear. "Exactly," she said. "Even fairies forget to believe in themselves sometimes. That's why we need friends to remind us." From that day forward, Lyra was no longer just the fairy of dreams. She became known throughout the land as the Fairy of Confidence. She flew from village to village, her light shining brightly, helping everyone she met rediscover their own inner sparkle. And what of the little Princess Elara? She grew up to be a wise and beloved queen, famous for her powerful lesson that true strength and beauty come from believing in yourself. She was the queen who taught even fairies how to let their light shine. Remember, your true beauty and your greatest magic always shine from within. The moment you start to believe in yourself, you unlock a light that can inspire the entire world. Your confidence is your superpower. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If it brought a little magic into your day, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more motivational tales. We can't wait to see you again soon.